Hey everyone, welcome back to BDG Reviews, and I've done it again. I swore to myself that I wouldn't do this again, but I did. I've gotten very far behind on an update of what I've got recently. I mean, I've been doing it for VHS, I've been doing it for vinyl, but I haven't done an actual collection update in 5 months, I just realized. So I'm like, damn it, you know, I better get one out there. So I got DVDs and Blu-rays. It's not like hundreds or anything, but it's a lot more than I would like in an update video. So I'll just get right to it. I'll start with the DVDs and move on to the Blu-rays. For DVDs, first up we got Thanatomorphos from Unearthed Films. Still haven't got around to watching this one yet, but I'm looking forward to it. Next is Harakiri, Boobs and Blood box set. Essentially, it's 3 discs worth of Japanese girls gutting themselves. It is what it is. I mean, it's yeah. Next up is one I got from my buddy Corey, and that's The Great Satan. You'll probably have seen this in my unboxing of a package he sent me a bit back. It's funny, I actually totally forgot I even had this. I'm ashamed to say. So I'm going to get around to watching that probably in the next couple of days, so expect a review for that. Then also, there's The Room, also from my buddy Corey. This is one also, the way I set up my collection is I have all my Blu-rays lined up, and then the bottom 2 rows are DVDs. And honestly, I don't look at the DVDs very often, so as a result, I just tend to keep forgetting that I even have them. But yeah, I'm gonna get around to watching that too. Damn it. Next up, I got The Last Broadcast. This is essentially the movie that inspired the Blair Witch Project. You know, it was like the first of the new wave of, first of the heyday of found footage. A lot of people think it was Blair Witch, but it was actually The Last Broadcast. Came out, I think, about a year or 2 years before. Good flick. Next up's Johnny Gruesome. This is a movie that I really wanted to like more than I did. Maybe it's just because I loved the book so much. I expected better from the movie. Yeah. And last up for DVDs, I got this from my buddy Corey as well, and that's The Clove Hitch Killer. This movie is a certified masterpiece. If you haven't seen this movie, see it. It's one of the best serial killer movies pretty much ever. It's got some genuinely creepy scenes, and it's a great performance by Dylan McDermott. Honestly, how this didn't win him some sort of award, I don't know. So yeah, there we go. That's it for the DVDs. I'm getting into the Blu-rays now. Damn, that's a big pile. Okay. First up, we got The Nun. I liked The Nun. It wasn't a perfect movie. It was like second tier Conjuring universe. You got kind of like the first tier, so you got like the Conjuring. You got the second tier, so you got stuff like The Nun and like Annabelle Creation. Then you got third tier, which is like Annabelle, which was just kind of not good. So yeah, you know, it is what it is. Then there's also The Predator. Again, this is another one I liked. A lot of people didn't like it. I don't get it. It was a fun movie. Admitted it wasn't as serious, and there were a lot of kind of plot holes and everything, but it was fun. I enjoyed myself watching this movie. Okay, we got Batman Ninja. I love these DC animated movies, you know, and this is just another one of them. It's kind of cool. Batman in ancient Japan, you know, good stuff. Also got at the same time as that, I got Suicide Squad: Hell to Pay. This one's good. This is almost like a Grindhouse type movie, animated, and it's awesome. Then there's Slender Man. I literally got this. I think it was like $7. I don't even know why I bought it, honestly. The movie's trash, but, you know, is what it is. Then we got the Sharknado collection. This is in Steelbook. And I got this mainly for one reason. This was $20. And up here in Canada, we had parts 1 and 2 on Blu-ray. No, we had part 1 on Blu-ray, part 1 on Blu-ray, part 2 on Blu-ray, part 3 on DVD, part 4 and 5 on, no, 4 on, like, DVD, and then on, it was all mixed up. Sufficient to say, this is the only way I could get all of them, you know, in, on Blu-ray. So I was like, screw it, what the hell, you know? Good price. Next up, I got this for $6. That was Jurassic Park Fallen Kingdom. It was alright. I mean, it is what it is, right? You know, it's another Jurassic World movie. Jurassic World. Did I say Jurassic World? Well, screw it. Who cares? Next up, Annihilation. This movie was breathtaking. I was really surprised at how good this movie looked. And honestly, if you've never seen Annihilation, give it a shot. It's definitely worth it. It's a lot better than I thought it was going to be. And we got Backtrack with, what's his name? Adrian Brody and Sam Neill. Haven't got around to watching this. It looks pretty decent, though, so I think this either came in a horror pack or it was, like, really cheap. One or the other. I can't remember. Next up, we got a horror pack limited edition. That's Jack Frost. This was from December's horror pack, I'm quite sure. Yeah, is what it is. I mean, don't need to say much about that. Next up is The Death of Superman. Again, more of the DC animated stuff. I love it. It's cool. Good stuff. Then we got another one that people really didn't like, and I don't really get it, and that's Venom. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was a fun popcorn flick. Yeah. I dug it, so I bought it. But, you know, whatever. Next up, Halloween. This movie is perfect, a perfect sequel. I don't care what anyone says. Then we got The Atoning. Haven't watched this one yet, but it looks creepy, so hopefully it's good. Then we got Behind the Walls. This is another horror pack limited edition. Another one. Man, a lot of these I just haven't watched, and it's kind of annoying. I'm getting really behind. But yeah, I'll be watching that one for sure. Next is Brutal. This is an Unearthed Films movie, Japanese flick. Really solid. One of the best, one of Unearthed's best releases, honestly. We did a commentary for this on the Tumbling Podcast of Flesh. I'll leave a link down below if I remember. Good stuff. Nice and brutal, hence the name. And we got 10 to Midnight, the Charles Bronson. It's Charles Bronson. What else can you say? You don't need to say anything else. You had me at Bronson. And we got Overlord. Really dug that. I missed this in the theater. And my buddy Corey told me that it was like pretty damn cool. So gave it a shot. I loved it. Great stuff. And we got another horror pack limited edition, and this is President's Day. This is another one I haven't watched yet. A lot of these are movies, you know, I have seen in the past. I just haven't watched these particular releases, so, you know, take that for what you will. Next up is The Violent Kind. It's like about like a motorcycle gang type thing. Again, haven't watched it yet. I'm getting kind of sick of saying that. Next we got Suspiria. I did watch Suspiria. This is a really good movie. I honestly wasn't expecting much with this, but it really surprised me. I've said before with the original Suspiria that it's more of like a work of art than it is a movie. This is more of a movie than it is a work of art. So yeah, I dug it. And we got Screamers with Peter Weller. Great sci-fi, like, horror flick. Awesome release. I never thought this would get a Blu-ray release, honestly, so I'm glad it did. Good stuff. Then we got this one I got for $4. This is quite good. That's Interstellar. And this is in this this weird, like, digibook type presentation of it. Like, I think I got some, yeah, I got something floating around in there, so. But, you know, it was damn cool, and, like, for $4, I was like, hells yeah, give me that. I've never seen this movie yet. I haven't got around to watching it. I've heard it's really kind of very hard sci-fi. So, I'm sure I'll like it, and I'm sure it'll be visually stunning. Just never got around to watching it yet. Next up is Chillerama. I got this from Horror Pack as well. Again, another one that I just haven't got around to watching yet. Man, I'm feeling kind of bummed out by the amount of these that I haven't watched. Next is another one I haven't watched yet, and that's Army of Frankensteins. This one seems cheesy. Seems very cheesy, but it could be fun. And another Horror Pack limited edition, and that is She Kills. This is one as well. I haven't watched this yet, but it looks awesome. Yeah. Next up, this is a bunch that I have watched, and that's the Ring Collection from Arrow UK. Great set. Honestly, I'm pretty sure it's out of print now, and you ain't getting mine, so take that for what you will. Next is a movie I was really surprised that I liked, and that was Aquaman. I didn't have high hopes for this movie at all. I mean, I saw the trailer in the theater, and I was like, I don't really care. And honestly, it was on sale. I think I got this for $14 something. And I just thought, you know, what the hell, I'll give it a shot. And I really thoroughly enjoyed it. Good flick. Next we got another DC animated flick, and that's Reign of the Supermen. Really solid follow-up to Death of Superman. And it just works, honestly. Good stuff. Then we got Don't Knock Twice. I actually used to have this on VHS, so this is just an upgrade. This came in the Horror Pack as well, and it's alright. It's a pretty fun little, you know, it is what it is. Nothing special. Next up, Way of the Wicked. Haven't actually watched this one yet. It has Christian Slater in it, so my hopes aren't really high for a super great movie, but you never know. Then we got another Horror Pack limited edition, and that's Rotten Tail. Haven't watched this one either, but it does look very promising. Next up, watch this. That's Angel. This was I got this directly from the director, Tori Jones. This is find it at jonestownfilms.com. Good little, like, slasher type flick, pretty fun, good stuff. Then we got Terraformers, Takashi Miike flick. It was decent. I mean, it's a pretty decent anime adaptation, I'll say that. You know, I don't know, I've never read the manga or anything, so I don't know how, you know, all in all good it is, but it's pretty solid. Next up is Lords of Chaos. I actually really enjoyed this movie. There's a lot of factual irregularities, but if you just look at it as a movie, it's a pretty good movie. Then we got, I got to put this in for my release of the year so far, and that's the Fear footage. Really solid shot on video, like found footage type thing. Awesome. Genuinely scary. Good stuff. Then we got Perfect Blue. This is an upgrade from the old DVD, but it's Perfect Blue. It's on Blu-ray. I can't say no to that. We're down to the last two now. So first up we got Dis. This is from Unearthed Films. This movie, I can't describe this movie to you. I watched it the other night. I have no clue what it's about at all. I don't know. It has a lot of awesome scenes, some nice cinematography, but all in all, it's just, you know, weird. I don't know what's going on in that. So yeah. And last up, we got Record of Sweet Murder. This is another Earnest Films. This is a Japanese and Korean co-production, and this movie is awesome. I mean, honestly, the cover is sort of a bit of a spoiler, but not really. But let's just say this: the entire movie is going one way. Then, at the very end, something happens, and it kind of blows your mind, and hence, you know, the cover. But then after that, something else happens, which takes it in a completely different direction. When you think about it, it makes perfect sense, you know, like, plot-wise and everything. But it's just, you're just kind of like, where did that come from? And it's awesome. It really is. So yeah, I can't recommend that one enough. Whew, 16 minutes this has taken. I'm definitely not doing this again. I'm gonna get these videos uploaded, like, I try to get them out maybe once a month or whatever. But, you know, this is a bit much. Yeah. So that's it for now. See you next time.